Whatever happened to Christmas?
Dad, why don't some kids believe in Santa Claus? My astute 9-year-old son Ian said to his father one day about 3 weeks before Christmas. With the wisdom born of being a father with both a 29-year-old son as well as this 9-year-old marvel, he replied simply, "Some people don't believe in God. That doesn't mean God doesn't exist." When my husband related this exchange to me later, I started thinking about how sad it is that some people don't seem to believe in anything they can't see or touch for themselves. Then I considered how my own thoughts about Santa Claus and the Christmas season had changed since I was a little girl. About the only part of it that hadn't changed was my steadfast belief in Santa Claus. I thought about this every year since my son enrolled in an urban public school 4 years ago. When it came time for the Christmas concert, the school principal decreed that it should no longer be referred to as such. It was the holiday concert. Then the music teacher changed the words to a long-loved Christmas song, and we were regaled with a hale and hearty version of It's Beginning to Look a Lot Like the Holidays, and I was transported to a scene of summer and a tall glass of beer on the deck. Hardly the mental image one expects during the fading weeks of December, but I take my holidays in the summer, so I guess it fits. Juxtapose this foolishness with the very large sign erected on our neighbor's lawn about the same time every year, proclaiming that Jesus is the reason for the season, and I began to feel just slightly humbuggish. So what is the reason for the season in our multicultural Canadian mosaic in the waning years of the 20th century? I believe that the reason is the spirit of Santa Claus, no longer a religious icon, but the harbinger of goodwill toward others, of drawing together family and friends, of sharing a bit of our lives with others near and far. Jesus may be the historical reason, and may be important to people whose spirituality involves an organized religious experience. But for everyone, the spirit of Santa Claus is Christmas, regardless of your religious or political leanings. The spirit of Santa Claus makes this time of year different from the rest. One of my favorite children's Christmas shows is The Muppet Family Christmas, and I often think of something Kermit says to his nephew when asked about the meaning of Christmas. "If it weren't for times like this," he says, "life would just pass in a blur." It's as real today as it was when Virginia wrote her letter to the editor, asking if there really is a Santa Claus. Yes, Ian, there is a Santa Claus, and we'll go on celebrating this Christmas season regardless of religious divisions and self-righteous indignation. So when I see you on the street and call out Merry Christmas, I'm not making any kind of religious or political statement. I'm wishing you the spirit of Santa Claus. I'd be the happy receiver of greetings for Hanukkah, or Kwanzaa, or Children's Day, or any other greeting that sends the message of fellowship, sharing, and love.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year.